Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today I am playing Roblox Sorcerer Fighting Simulator. I haven't made a video on this yet, but I've been playing it for like the past week and I've really been enjoying it. It's just come out like a week ago. And I'm sorry for not uploading much because I'm just so addicted to this game. And I think I'm going to start making a lot of videos on this game now, because it's becoming really popular and I really enjoy it, and I hope you guys enjoy watching me make content on it as well. So if you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe and turn the bell notifications on to be notified when I upload a video, because that would really help me out. And in this video I'm going to be showing all of the powers in the game, including boss drops, which are the ultimates, and every single move I'm going to be showing is at the max level. I have the max level of everything. I have the lightning ones as well. So everything's maxed, including the general. So I'm going to be showing these now. So first off, let's start with the general. We have heavy sprint. Pressing C whilst moving will throw your legs into overdrive, allowing you powerfully sprint. Upgrading heavy sprint will increase the sprint duration, which is this. It makes you really fast, and you can press the V and it will increase your speed even a bit more, so you can become nice and fast and just catch up to anyone and run away from people. And since I have the max level, the more I upgrade it, the longer it is. So as you can see, when this runs out, it will stop, and it would have already run out if I had level 1 or something. And let's just wait for it to stop here. As you can see, it stopped, and then we can just go back to using it. Okay, now for the next skill or power, staff block, which is the B key. Pressing B will allow you to block various attacks before cooling down. Level 2 will nullify. Level 2 staff slam knock effect. Level 3 adds a nullify on staff stun knock effect. So let's use it. And that's what it is. It just like blocks damage from everything. And I'm not even holding it right now, it's just blocking. You can't really attack or anything with it, and you have to press B to deactivate it. Next we have staff slam. Click when you're in the air. Swinging your staff whilst in the air will allow you to slam it down, causing area damage, and will launch you into the air. Level 2 will cause knock effect. And here it is. So you can get to high places, and it's really cool, and there isn't really much else to say about it. It's just really a nice thing. And now we have grapple, R or click icon. Fire a grapple hook that allows you to reach hard to reach areas, most effective whilst in moving. Upgrading grapple will increase its range. So this is one of the not as useful things. So you can just click on it and it will just move you there. Or you don't have to click on it, you just have to press R. But it's nice to move around. And combine it with this, and you can just like go to so many places. Okay, now for our next one. Consecutive hits. Okay, 4 consecutive hits. Let's go to the dummies. since I don't have anyone to test this on. And here it is. It's a passive. Getting successful consecutive hits in short intervals with your staff increases the staff damage multiplier by 1. Max multiplier is 2 for level 1. Upgrading consecutive hits will increase the damage multiplier. It's really simple. If you just hit people with your staff, the damage will increase. And you can see how like I'm doing these 22 damage, like sometimes I'm getting crits, and I'll explain that soon. And it can go up to triple damage. See, now I'm doing 15, but without the consecutive hits I'd be doing just 5. So if you stop, it goes away. Now this is what I was talking about, these critical hits. Golden attack, which is a passive. There is a chance for any attack, including staff powers, to double its damage. Upgrading golden attack will increase its chances for a critical hit. And that's what it is. So when it does this skull thing, if you can get it to work. There it is, that took a while. It can double the damage, which is just a really nice thing. And it also goes for staff moves. As you can see, we got 1 critical there. Next we have stun. There is a chance for a staff hit to stun an enemy, which disables them for a short period of time. Upgrading stun will increase its chances for a stun hit. I can't show this since I need to play for this, but I can just explain it to you. There's a chance that when I hit someone with my staff, they will fall over and not be able to move for like 2 to 3 seconds. And they can't attack, I'm pretty sure, with any powers. So it's really simple. Next we have staff launch. I really like this. The Y key with your staff emit a huge wave of energy that launches you towards a chosen position. So as you've already known, you can press C to go fast, and then we can press V and keep on pressing it to go even faster, and then we use the Y key and we go even faster. And it does have a 13-second cooldown, but it's a really nice thing. And not only can you go faster with it, but you can also do this. You can aim it at the air and you will go up. Okay, now for our next power. We have staff pin. Hold T key. Having the staff equipped, holding the allocated button will pin you against the wall until let go. Combining this with double jump allows you to scale buildings. I don't really know how to do this because I don't really do the parkour, but I can try. Oh, I got it. Does it work on anything else or just that? Oh. I don't know if you can it says you can climb up walls, but you can't. Oh yeah, it's really hard though. But if you get the timing right, you will be able to just climb up walls, like Spider-Man or something. And you can just stick on it. And you could just wait for your cooldown for your Y. And yeah. Now for our next thing. This is going to be a very long video. Might be an hour. Actually no, it's not, because General's the longest thing. And maybe will be. Okay, Fire Blast. I'm going to equip all the things off camera and then I'll show you guys it. Alright, I have equipped all the fire skills and we're going to be going over them now. So Fire Blast, F to activate. Release energy with your staff, which causes a blast of fire to be emitted, leading to area damage. Upgrading Fire Blast will increase its damage. So let's try it out. Did a nice 12 damage. Let's try it and see how far its radius is. So we hit these two dummies over here. So it's a bit far. It's like a medium range, not long range, but it's a pretty decent move. Fire is like a good thing for everything. It's not too far range, it's not too short range. Nice in the middle. Now we have Fire Rod, F to activate. Blast a Fire Rod that shoots like a laser, causing damage to anyone who touches it. Upgrading Fire Rod will increase its range and damage. So it did 28 damage. Let's see how far you can hit. Oh, it goes to my mouse. Let's try it again. It hit all the way to that tree. That's a long range move. And a nice one. But it's kind of hard to aim, because sometimes you can just move your mouse and then it'll screw it up. Okay, next we have Fire Spiral. Spin your staff to emit fire from the ground up, throwing players into the air, and dismisses any staff blocks. Upgrading Fire Spiral will increase the damage tick. Let's try it. So it goes through staff blocks. 14 damage. And let's see the range on that. So it's about like a medium range. Now let's go Magmaflow. F to activate. Lay down magma that quickly flows forwards on the floor, creating an area which causes damage over time once touched. Upgrading Magmaflow will increase the damage tick. Wow, that did a total of 50 damage, not including the criticals. That's actually a lot better than I thought it was. I might have to start using that move. It's a really nice move. And with really long range as well. You can kind of hear it. It sounds like lava. I guess that's what it is, fire. Okay, now we have Magma Shots, F to activate. Fire a series of Magma Shots directly in front of you that causes high damage on impact. Upgrading Magma Shots will increase the damage and distance of each shot. If you can't tell, reading is not my specialty. So I think I did 3 hits of 12. 4 hits of 5 hits. Wait, really? 3, 4, 5. Wow, 5 is actually quite good. See the range on this? We didn't really see how far it went. Let's try it again. Oh, whoa. That's really, really far. Okay, next we have Magma Suit, the ultimate, or the boss drop. F to activate. Encase yourself with magma, and when you touch another person, they will experience burn damage for 7 seconds. So I don't have anyone to test this on, but look, we can show how it looks, and it looks pretty cool. You're a fireman. Oh. When we hit that dummy, it just like ticks on them. A nice thing I like doing is when I'm using, if I've just used a ultimate, instead of having to wait for the long cooldown, I can just reset. So let's try that again. And now, if we touch the dummy, I just take a bunch of tick damage. And someone's still taking damage. Okay, that is it for fire. Now let's switch, and if you guys are still watching, please make sure to like and subscribe. I know I've already said this, but this video is going to take a lot of effort and a lot of time. Okay, let's change now. Alright, we now have all the water skills. So the first one, water push, F to activate, summons a high pressure water blast that deals damage within a huge area in front of you. Upgrading water push will increase its damage. We didn't really get a good look at that, so I think it did 13 damage. And now let's try it one more time, but let's see how far it is, because I didn't see the range properly. I think it went to about here, because I heard 3 hits. Okay, now let's water prison, F to activate. Pull players towards a point that locks them into place, allowing you to have an easy attack on them. Upgrading water prison will increase its initial damage. I don't think I can use this properly, but I'm guessing it just pulls players in here and then you can just start attacking them, which is nice. Water slice, F to activate. Fire a slice of water that damages players on impact. Upgrading water slice will increase its damage and the projectile speed of the slice. I like how it's not just upgrading the damage, it's upgrading the speed. So it did 121. Oh, that's really fast and it's such a low cooldown. It's not going to be the easiest thing to dodge. Oh, and it has really far range. Let's try and see how far that is. Went all the way to here. Definitely one of the longer ranges in this game for the moves. Now we have ice spikes. F to activate. Slam the ground. Cause ice spikes to emerge in front of you. Upgrading ice spikes will increase its damage. And we slam the ground. And it did 14 damage. So let's try that again and see the range in it. Oh yeah, and it's hitting all of those. It hit every single dummy there. Nearly said NPC. It's reaching up to the building. Okay, next we have homing water, F to activate. Summons a ball of water that homes towards the closest player, assuming they're in range, and causes damage. Upgrading homing water will increase its damage. So it only did 15 damage. Not the most damage. I don't think this is a very good skill power. But I guess it doesn't go towards any NPCs. I keep on saying NPCs, dummies, because they're not actually players. Okay, now for the ultimate or boss drop. Water DNA, F to activate. Turn your body into water, which allows attacks to go straight through you, making you invincible for 20 seconds. This is of course good for fighting players and against bosses, and this is also good for the Dimension Reaper, since it does so much damage to you. You usually die very quickly, but if you have Water DNA, you can just use it and spam skills for 20 seconds and you won't die. It's a very good way of taking down the Dimension Reaper. I might make a video on just like a bunch of videos on this game explaining every single detail. And that, oh yeah, we have to show it. This is what it looks like. It's like the fire one, except watery. Looks like a bright light. It's like I'm some sort of god. I'm too bright, you can't see me. But I've seen this not work. Like, I still get attacked with it. Like, when I have it on, I can still take damage from players. I'm pretty sure it's just a bug, but when I tried it, it was in the PvP area zone. So that may be why. Okay, now for fire. I'm not fire. What is next? Healer. Okay, let's change all our skills to healer now. Alright, we have gotten all the healer skills now. Life steal, F to activate. Shoot a red beam that deals and regenerates 5% of health. So if you did 100 damage to someone, you would gain 5% of the damage, so you'd gain 5 health. Upgrading life steal will increase its damage against players. So I can't really show it, but yeah, that's what it looks like. It has a very quick 3-second cooldown. And wow, its range is actually really long. Okay, now for our next power in the healer. Bandage pin, F to activate. Fire a ball of bandage that catches players and pulls them away. Upgrading bandage pin will increase its damage. So it pulls players away, so I'm guessing just like gets players away from you in case someone's attacking you and you don't want them to be attacking you. Does it do any damage though? Some skills, like lots of the plasma skills, do not work on dummies. Okay, now let's try our next power. Lifestyle. This is a really good power. I really recommend using it if you have creator. F to activate. Restore 20% of your health immediately when clicked. And same for others. Group members can use it, and in boss fight. Can only heal once per player every 20 seconds, cannot stack with other life restore points. So say I am low, all I have to do is place it and then click, and then I'll heal 20% of my health. And it has like a 25-second cooldown. Really recommend it. Bleeding slash, F to activate. Slash your staff and anyone you hit will suffer bleed damage. Damage over time. Upgrading bleed slash will increase. It says upgrading bleeding slash will increase its damage, but the max level is only 1. You can't upgrade it, which is kind of weird. 10, 15, 20. I think it's like 25 or 30 damage. I think it did 25. Okay, now for our next power, flying health. F to activate. Fire a red health sign that travels far and quickly. Hitting enemies causes damage, whilst hitting group members heals them 20%. Upgrading flying cross will increase its damage. So if you want to, like, if you're fighting the boss, I recommend getting in a group with your friends, so this actually works, because this will not heal people that are not in your group. and it only does 10 damage. So it's not really an attacking thing, it's just a healing, because it barely does any damage. Now for our ultimate or boss drop. We are at the 25-minute mark for this video. Soul Displacement. F to activate. Slam down on the ground to emit a special shockwave that displaces a player's soul, which stays in place and can be attack, causing damage to the player itself and heals teammates. Upgrading Soul Displacement increases the duration the soul remains. I'm going to try and get my alt account and see if I can get it to work on this alt account. Alright, my alt account has joined, so I used it and nothing happened. So I guess it's because I am not in the, I'm in the safe zone, so it won't work. So let's get out of the safe zone and see what happens. Okay, now let's try again. And here is the player's soul, and if you attack the soul, it will attack them. So even if they run away, it doesn't matter, because you can just attack the soul. And of course, as soon as I tried to attack it, it disappeared, because it's just my luck. And it said it heals group members, so I'm gonna add it to my group. And I want to see if it says how much it heals it. A good way to lose health is just by using endurance, because I'll have a lot of health that I don't have. Okay, now let's use this. Wait. It doesn't heal teammates. Let's try this move at least. Yeah, as you can see, it heals 20% of group members' health. And now let's just leave the group and try the soul thing again. And I'll try the range on this. So it didn't work, let's try again. This time let's do it from this range. And there we go, it worked. So as you can see, my alt account is running away, because that's what players will do if they don't want to be attacked. But all I have to do is just attack this and they will die, because their soul is connected to the thing. Okay, now let's do our next, which is Brawler. One of my more favorite powers. Okay, I'm going to go and change all of my powers to the Brawler moves. Alright, our creative magic has been updated and we have all of the Brawler powers. So we have Brawler, Plasma and Lightning to go through now. We're a bit more than halfway done. So first we have Ram, F to activate. Summon a rampage and burst forward, knocking players back and dealing huge damage. Upgrading Ram will increase its damage. Did it only do 15? This is huge damage, but that's like nothing. Well, it does do a lot of area damage, and it does like... well, it's something, I guess. Okay, Hammer Slam, F to activate. Summon a large metal hammer head that swings down, causing area damage. Upgrading Hammer Slam will increase its damage. So it's use it and 18 damage. So it's very simple, just hits. It's like a normal staff swing, except better. Okay, now let's go Spinning Blade, F to activate. Form a blade and start spinning around, causing damage to those you touch. Upgrading Spinning Blade will increase its damage. So 11, 11, 11. I did 11 7 times, so 77 damage. One of the must-have powers, because this does, even though it's a short range, because that's what Brawler. That was a lot of criticals. Brawler is obviously a bunch of damage, but short range, which is really good because the only downside is when you're fighting someone and you don't really do that much, and usually if you're fighting someone you either one tap them or they one tap you. But for everything else, like bosses, Dimension Reaper, just anything, is definitely the power that you need. And talking about powers you need, we have Spirit Punches. After activate, fire off a huge number of powerful punches that deals damage in front of you and dismisses any blocking. This thing dismissing any blocking is just a great thing to have. Upgrading Spirit Punches will increase its damage, but look at this damage. 9, 9, 9, 9. Like, that's a bunch of 9s. And this one, it takes a bit longer, but this one has a longer cooldown, and I can't really see how much damage it does, but I'd say that it's about like 150 damage, or maybe like 120 if I had to guess. And the fact that it goes through blocks, like disables blocks, is just another great feature. Even without it, it'd be super good. Now we have one of the more funnier ones. Also, if you're still watching, thank you, because the more the longer you watch, the more watch time, and it helps me out. We have Bullet Lock, F to activate. Summon a pistol that selects nearby targets, 5 max, and fires a special bullet that locks onto them, guaranteeing a hit even behind cover. Upgrading Bullet Lock will increase its damage and maximum selects. So if I lock onto someone, even if they ran behind this and like got inside here and hid behind the wall, it would still hit them. So let's try it out. And it just pulls out a gun and it selects the targets, and it has up to 5 targets that it can select. I just find it really funny having a gun in a Roblox game. And does about 18 damage, which is quite good. Okay, now we have the Boss Dropper Ultimate. I think this is the best ultimate by far out of every single thing, including Plasma, Lightning. This is just the best one. But that's opinion based, of course, and depends how you use it. And I will probably show at the end of the video a combination which is just absolutely broken. That is to do with this. So it is Call of the Beast, F to activate. Call from the skies, the power of the beast. Once gathered, all your damage is tripled for 20 seconds, and it's as OP as it sounds. If I use it, I call to the skies, to the beast, and my damage is tripled. And look at this. So many 27s. Did you see how many 27s that was? I don't know how many it was, but it was a lot of 27s. But of course, as every ultimate, it does have a long cooldown. But 20 seconds is more than enough. You can beat bosses super easily. Combined with this, and this move, which I really like to use after, while I'm waiting for this to cool down, is just a nice touch. Now we have the plasma. So let's switch to plasma, and I'll be right back. And every single power so far has only taken 6 powers, but plasma has a whole 8 powers. Alright. So let's... Go to plasma now. We have the first one, plasma path. F to activate. Summon blades of plasma from the ground and have them roll forwards, causing damage to those it touches. Upgrading plasma path will increase its damage. So let's just try it here. And this is what I was talking about. Plasma, lots of them don't work on dummies. This is definitely a good move. Its range is incredible. It went all the way up to this tree nearly. Then it went nearly to that tree. Now we have the next one. Plasma ball. F to activate. Summon a huge ball of plasma that deals damage around you. Upgrading plasma ball will increase its damage. So it did 12 damage. And let's see its range. So it hit all the way to all these 5 dummies. So definitely plasma is, I think, the longest range move in the game. Maybe, yeah, I think it is. Okay, next we have plasma turret. F to activate. Call out 4 floating plasma turrets that aim and shoot at targets from far away. Upgrading plasma turrets will increase its damage. So let's use it now. And as you saw, this one's one of the moves where it's really hard to tell what's happening. I don't really know what this move does. I just know, like, it gets things like in the air. If you didn't see, I'll show it again, and it shoots. So there they are, and they're doing 8, 8, 8. So it's definitely a good move. I don't know if we had one player. I'm gonna get my alt account, one sec. And I'm also going to use my alt account for this. And we're going to be using it in the PvP zone. So it's the actual damage. So my alt account is joining. Let's go to the PvP zone. You are in the PvP zone. All damage is now base damage. Alright, our alt account should be, I think, somewhere over there. Oh yeah, there it is. I'm kinda not smart. Of course I can just climb this to get back up. And there my alt account is. So let's try it and see what happens. What? Is he in my group? No. Why did that do that? It didn't do anything. Call out 4 floating plasma turrets that aim and shoots at targets from far away. Let's try and do it from far away and maybe see if it works from far away. So it's not working. I don't really know. Let's try this. So it doesn't really do much damage. It does, and that's the stun effect I was talking about. So this does a bit more damage than the regular hit. Okay, now let's go back to spawn. For our next power we have beam support. Call in support from the skies and have beams of plasma fire down randomly around you. Upgrading beam support will increase its damage. It also does a lot of damage. I really like that. Let's see what happens if we run while using it. See, it follows us. It's like a trail of lightning. Okay, now we have Plasma Sting. Fire a beam of plasma that leaves residue on the enemy, causing tick damage. Upgrading Plasma Sting will increase its damage and range. So let's try it out. 5. So it did 25 damage. So let's see the range. Well, it's actually like really far. But let's see how far. Oh, it reached all the way over there. So a very long range move. Now let's try the next one. Plasma Shield. Oops. Place down a shield of plasma that remains for 10 seconds, as well as stopping certain attacks and nullify transformation powers. It causes damage when touched. So here it is. It's like a wall. I'm guessing it's just like you can't attack through it, so they'll have to go around it. And let's see if it damages the dummy. It did 2 damage, I think it said. It's more for just like blocking attacks. Now we have Plasma Cone. Fire a large cone of plasma that deals damage upon impact. Upgrading Plasma Cone will increase its damage. So let's try it out. Oh, whoa. What was that? I was not expecting that. So let's try that again. So I used it on the true dummies on accident. So it's about like 12 damage ish. Let's check its range on it now. So it has pretty good range, but I wouldn't really recommend it since you are like I'm pretty sure you can't move while you're using it, so it's not a good move to use. Now we have the Boss Dropper Ultimate Danger Zone. This one's a more fun one. Summon Plasma that covers the floor with a huge area, causing kick damage. Upgrading Danger Zone will increase its damage. Of course, I don't really recommend using any boss drops because not that they're bad or this one's bad, it's just that the Brawler boss drop is insanely good. It just outshines everything. And you'll see why I really like this. Its range is just incredible and did like, I think like 6 hits of 10, 60 damage. And it's like some purple gooey stuff. So if anyone's annoying you, you can just use it and kill everyone near you. Now we have our lightning at supernatural, the hardest power to get, not including world ender because that's like developers. Alright, we have all the lightning skills now, and just like the plasma, it takes up 8 slots instead of 6, so we have 8 moves instead of 6. And here it is. Forward bolt, F to activate. Quickly dash forward with lightning, causing damage to those you touch. Upgrading forward bolt will increase its damage. It's 15 damage. So it's like a, you hit all of them though. So it's like a long range, like a big area attack. And it boosts you forward, which looks cool. Okay, this is a move which is not really for fighting. It's more of a like having fun, or like if you like the parkour in this game. I like to use this just because it's really good for fighting things like void demons if they are in a high area and you need to get to them. So lightning rail, F to activate. Create rails of lightning only you can grind on. Making a 2-step of lightning rail could cause your character to fall over. Too steep, I mean. So you can't just like make it high, but I'll show you what it is here. So I just fire it and I walk on it. And I can go here. And as you can see, I just easily reached a high area. And it has a low cooldown, but like it said, if it's too steep it won't work. Oh, well that worked. Come on, get it. No, I couldn't grapple on. Okay, but if it's like that, as you can see, it does not work because it's too steep. Okay, now for our next one, we have lightning bolts, F to activate. Shoot circular bolts of lightning from your staff, causing damage to those who touch it and knock them. Upgrading lightning bolts will increase its damage. So it does 3 hits of 14. And now let's check the range on it. Also some really far range. It went up to Mom and it probably goes longer. There's also this sign here. Job posting, looking for new teacher. Isn't Mom a teacher? Oh, I think it's because, like a teaser, because like how these people here are teachers, it's looking for a new teacher. So it's like teasing that there will be a new magic. Because if you guys didn't know, there is going to be a new magic sometime soon. If I had to guess, I'd say in the next week or 2. But yeah, now on to the next one. We have Lightning lag. I haven't actually used this yet, but it sounds cool. Once used, teleport to a position you were in 5 seconds ago, unless the distance is unreasonably far. Ability cannot be activated without whilst the soul has been displaced. So like the soul thing with healer. I don't really know. That's kind of confusing, but yeah. Let's use it. So as you can see, we are running around, and in case someone is trying to kill us and we want to lose them, we just have to activate it, and boom, we like go back time by 5 seconds, and we can easily lose people. Okay, now for our next power, we have Perfect Storm, F to activate. Summon a huge storm that covers a large area, causing damage to those within the area. Upgrading Perfect Storm will increase its damage. So if we just use it here, there's 9. I think I did 7 hits of 9. And I really like it because its range is just so incredibly big. Anyone near you will die. You can't avoid it. It's like the boss drop for Plasma. Anyone near you will just go bye-bye. It does not follow you though. Okay, for our next power we have Blinding Flash. Emit a large blast of lightning, causing close by enemies to be blinded temporarily. I may need an alt account, and I'll tell you guys how it looks, because I can't really see. I can't really see what it does. Alright, let's see if this works on the safe zone. Does it blind players? No, it does not. Okay, so let's get my ult out of the safe zone. I don't know if this is damage actually. Alright, so let's see. Oh yeah, it does damage, so we'll have to go to the PvP zone to try it out. Alright, so there is my ult account. So let's just get to it and see how this works. So it does only a little bit of damage, and it said it stuns them. So I'll just tell you what happens on my screen. Okay, so basically what happens is just my screen turns yellow for 3 seconds, and then it fades back to normal, so I can't see anything for 3 seconds. 3 seconds definitely is not a lot, but you can do a lot in 3 seconds, and like you could just use your strong moves. Okay, now for our next power. Lightning Supply. Oh, it didn't stun them. I don't know where I got that from. Lightning Supply. This is a very good move, and it's not even a boss drop, which makes it even better. Place down a support device that when clicked doubles your damage for 8 seconds and adds 10% of health back, so it can be used as healing and attack. So we are doing 150 damage, 150. Oh, and it's okay. Now let's place this, and we heal 10% of our health. Instead of doing 150, we do 300. So that's really good. Doubling damage is a really nice thing. And if you I'll show you it later, but if you combine it with the Brawler boss drop, it does stack. So you can do 6 times damage, and you can use one of your really strong moves, and doing that 6 times is just insane. You can one-shot bosses with it. Alright, let's get to where my ult count is. I'm the best player in the game, in case you didn't know, at parkour. By far. Okay, my ult account should be somewhere here. And it says Sudden Surge, so the boss drop or ultimate. Expel a huge blast of electricity which causes players to be stunned around you and nullify transformation powers, dismisses any blocking. Upgrading Sudden Surge will increase its initial damage. So let's try it out. And as you can see, I was stunned for like 3 seconds. And it definitely did do a lot of damage. Let's try that on the dummies, because it will give like an accurate amount, if it works on the dummies, of how much damage it does. I have to reset again. Okay, let's go over here. Oh, I only did 19. I thought I did more. So, the only good thing, apart from doing 19 damage, is the stun. It's not really it's one of the like worst ultimate boss drops. And that is all the powers in the game so far. So I am going to not end the video yet, since I want to show you guys something extremely broken. So let's get my setup, and I can show you guys what it is as well. I do know that my setup isn't the best. There are still some things that can be improved with it, but I don't really need to improve it that much, since it's not like I can't beat every single boss in one tap. Okay, so let's clear all these slots. Now let's go. Flying health. It's not like I'm going to be using this, but this is just my regular setup. Lightning supply is here. And then we have lightning's perfect storm. Brawler. Oh, oops. Spinning blade. Spirit punches. Call of the beast. And then I just like to have lightning rail for mobility. Alright. Now let's go and bully some bosses. And I will also say, after this, like after I've beaten some bosses, I will tell you guys like what the boss drop chances are. And the difficulty for bosses is the crab is the easiest. How do I say this? Bonsai boy is the medium, and then the ice golem is the strongest. And also, the more players that fight a boss, the more health the boss has. So I recommend that you just solo bosses if you are trying to grind boss skills. And there we go. So instead of doing 9 damage, we did 60 damage. That's more than 6 times more. And we can just easily beat the boss in one cycle. It's a great way for farming gems. And yeah, that's also a way to. I'm gonna probably make a short video on explaining how to beat bosses and what to use. But you just want to use Brawler since you can't use Lightning Supply until you're a pro player. So just get Brawler, get the last, get this move, and then get the boss drop. You don't have to use the Brawler magic to get the Brawler boss drop. You can use any magic. You could be like using Plasma and get the boss drop for Healer or something. So let's just do this one more time. But sometimes it's hard to time since this is only 8 seconds. And it's the hardest to time with Ice Golem. Because you don't want to use it and then by the time you get to the Ice Golem, it already is standing back up and attacking you, or it runs out. Because that would not be fun. So we just have to wait for the red things to show up. Now we can go to destroy it. Now let's pick it up. And there we go, we beat the Ice Golem in one cycle. And now I will explain the boss drop chances. And also, fun fact, there is a Dimension Reaper that spawns, and if you do 1050 damage to it, you will get the Reaper skin, which is what I have now. And there's also a Void Demon, which I think you have to, I don't know what you have to do, I think you have to kill it once, because it has like 6 lives. And there is a 1 in 4 chance of you getting it. I have not gotten it yet, because I've been pretty unlucky. So here it is right here. It says conditions for obtaining boss drops. Must have defeated the boss, must be in top 6 most damage. Default chance for a boss drop is 1 in 10. So if you're 4th, 5th or 6th, your boss drop chance will be a 1 in 10. If you're fighting the boss with other players, the chances are first is a 1 in 6 chance. Second is a 1 in 7 chance, and third is a 1 in 8 chance. Information about the boss drops. You must unlock all previous abilities before you obtain the boss drop. So say you want the Brawler triple damage boss drop, you have to complete every single Brawler quest before you can get it. And it says information about the Dimension Reaper. You must damage 3% of its health, 1500, to be eligible for the Reaper skin. In order to get the skin, you must defeat the Reaper. The Reaper has a 1-hour timer from when it is spawned. The Reaper drops gems, mana, and the skin. So yeah, this video is over 1 hour long. Oh my. So I'm going to fight the crab, and I think that's going to be the end of the video. So if you guys have enjoyed and like this content, make sure to like and subscribe and turn the bell notifications on. Also thought I might show you guys, these are my stats. I'm not really that high on the stats, I've just been working on trying to get lightning. So yeah, My stats are pretty low. My endurance is like pretty good though. 320 trillion, 16 quadrillion health. And my lightning's like my highest attack because I've been training it the most, because plasma is the second hardest quest to do and lightning is the hardest quest. So let's just use this and this. And then bye bye Krabby. Oh, it survived. But yeah, we just had to one-tap it with this move. It depends the amount of damage you do with consecutive hit. I'm not consecutive golden attack, because as I said before in the video, you have a chance to do a crit for double damage. So you can do a lot of damage, sometimes you don't do that much damage. And it says here the strategy to beating the boss. You should never be attacking the boss unless it says to attack it, apart from the crab, because you can attack it always. But this move right here, it does not work on the crab when the crab is swinging its thing around, which is the yeah, one of the downsides of this move. But it works on every other boss. So yeah, make sure to like the video. I've already said that, and that's it. I think I've gone over everything. Lightning, plasma, brawler, healer, water, fire, general, yeah. Okay, that is it for the video, guys. Bye. Also got scammed out of 80,000 Robux yesterday. It's kind of sad. That's why I'm not wearing my beast mode face and my necklace, because that costed 50,000 Robux. Was my face, my beast mode. My necklace was 25,000 and I lost about 8,000 Robux. So now I have this poor face and this poor shirt. Well, bye.